Hello everybody, I'm Ben from Fully Charged, and today we're going to be talking about the best cargo bikes of 2025. We've got a very good friend of mine here, and Jim was one of our first cargo bike customers back in 2017.
7 years ago.
And you've still got that bike.
I still have that very bike and I absolutely love it.
That's fantastic.
So thanks for having me up today, because I'm actually quite keen on, you've got so many bikes now, because it seemed to have evolved heaps recently.
Big time, yeah.
So we've got a bunch of, what do you call them, front loaders and back loaders?
Exactly, so you've got longtail on this side and then you've got long john on this side.
So we're going to go all the way around and we're going to have a little look at all these bikes.
And then we're going to ride them, and we're going to use our beautiful kids to be able to show our audience what ages and what sizes work best in all different types.
Yeah.
So we've learned over the last 10 years who are the best brands that have really pioneered and owned this movement. And now we're seeing a lot of the supermarket brands come and kind of copy, you know, and do like a kind of lesser job to satisfy boardrooms rather than satisfy that, you know, like kind of pioneer innovation.
Oh, when I come out, I'm baking in here. I gotta go and get some more rest. Bye-bye.
We've got a lot of bikes here. Where do we start?
What brands have we got?
So brands, we've got Riese Müller, we've got Tern, we've got Urban Arrow, and we've got Benno. And these are the 4 best cargo bikes.
We've got front loading, rear loading. Should we go through them real quick?
Yeah, let's do it, let's do it. So, so we've got, starting with the Riese Müller Multi-Tinker. So this bike's been out now for a few years. It incorporates the Bosch Smart System. It's now got weatherproofing. It's very easy to be able to load the kids in and out. And that's a fantastic premium option from Riese Müller.
This is like a utility GSD, big fat tires from
Benno. Yeah, so Benno, he was the founder of Electra. He sold Electra years ago and he started a compact cargo business, and he just specializes in this, exclusively uses the Bosch technology. And this, again, you can adapt a bit like you did with your Tern. His inspiration was the Land Rover Defender. So the idea is the bike lasts a lifetime with you, and you can adapt it and change it as you go.
That was actually pretty easy.
Yeah. And so this is good for kids like, I mean, Kit, do you want to see if you can fit on here with Wolf as well? So normally you would go lighter rider at the back and heavier rider in the middle. And Kit, and how old are you these days?
11.
11, yeah, and Wolf is 7. So do you want to see if you can jump on? That's it. Nice strategy.
Yeah,
like
very
that.
good strategy.
Anywhere you want to come, you won't fall over.
So that's, I mean, like that's pretty comfy, and I could you know, get you guys off the stand, and I could ride you guys off pretty comfortably there. So you know, that's a nice demonstration of ages. But you know, like again, I mean, in your GSD, you're putting, you know, adults and kids, yeah. So,
Yeah. Everyone goes in the back.
But what was the reason why you went for the Tern GSD when you got it?
I think it was one of the first ones that I'd been shown from a proper cargo e-bike, and when I looked at it I was like, that just looks exact, that's all I need basically, and didn't really need to go looking elsewhere.
So they were one of the first to market in the longtail category, well, the electric longtail category, and you know, they have definitely been the most popular here in London and here in the UK. You know, they had this kind of like flock mentality, as well as they had all of the accessories kind of before others. So yeah, the GSD is a really famous longtail now. It's really interesting, you know, we're in like the decade of the cargo bike, and you know, you know, people in the future will look back at this in history and go, you know, wow, 2020 was when cargo bikes became massive.
Yeah.
Is Wolf still hiding in the front of that cargo bike?
Oh, pretty hard, and it's like so still. Well. I wanna come out. Hi, my name is Wolf Jacanelli. High five me. Boom.
So Wolf is an expert in cargo bikes, aren't you, Wolf? You've been in many different cargo bikes. Which one is your favourite one here?
I like this one with the gold.
GSDs have been our most popular bikes. Here we've got the R14, which is their top of the range bike, with the electric roll-off and the belt drive. We've got the standard GSD, as you can see here, with the Storm box. So this is great, and you can put flat bench in there like that, or you can put 2 baby seats, whatever you want. You can configure it how you want. Loads of people go for these because they act like a giant pannier, and they've got a bit of reflective and a bit of high vis as well. So the GSD has really been so popular. Tucked away over here, actually a very, very popular bike. Jim, I don't think you've seen one of these before.
What is this?
This is called the Quick Haul Long. So this is like the affordable version of the GSD. It's about 30% less expensive. So these are around 3,500.
Okay.
And it's just a basic version of the GSD that does the same kind of thing.
Okay.
Slightly
Less gross weight?
Less gross weight, slightly. Lesser battery, same motor, but just a kind of like basic version. And
what battery? What battery are you talking about in this?
it's actually a 400 watt.
Okay.
400 watt hour is standard.
Okay.
But these have all been fitted with 500 watt hour batteries,
okay.
Which is an upgrade that we offer at Pretty Charge.
Yeah.
So this we consider is the actual entry level point to an electric cargo bike. So 3,500. Anything that's $2,000 or anything like, there's a lot of bikes that came in from America in COVID. People had terrible experiences with them. They used to come in all the time asking us to fix them. They had nowhere to repair them and they went wrong. Again, if you use the Bosch technology, that doesn't happen. And also if you go for a brand like Tern, we have everything on the shelf and they use good quality stuff. So let's carry on with our mission. So the new Gen 3 GSD here, which we've done a short review on, which comes out at the same time as this video, so you can watch that to get some more information. The HSD, which is a kind of like single-seater version of the GSD.
I think this is rad.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And we've got quite a few customers that have got GSD and HSD.
Yeah.
You know, that have got 2 or 3 kids.
Because that's what I think would be, if I were to get another one, this is probably where I'd go.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you can change over the seats quite easily. There's another bike as well that's not here today, that's not out yet, which we should definitely give a little bit of airtime, which is the Moustache Lundi 20 Open. So that one's got full MIK racks and you can just click in and click out stuff.
What's MIK?
It's a clicking system.
Okay.
Which basically allows you to click in seats.
Okay, you're not screwing stuff in and all that.
Not screwing,
okay,
yeah,
fine.
it's just clicking.
Yeah.
Then onto front loading. Margot and Astrid, can we borrow you?
Right, have a seat in here with Astrid. Whoa, how cool is that, Margot? All right, sit here, look. And then you put your arms in here. Sit, move over here a little bit. Let Astrid in. There you go, and that goes like that.
So
whoa, that's cool.
This is a really nice option. And this is, I've actually positioned this bike here specifically next to the longtail bikes, because this is the first really compact long john. And you can see here that when the girls jump out, right, if you're taking your shoe off, there you go. So what's really cool about this bike is if you are limited on space, you can actually fold it and you can store it. So say, for example, it's in a front corridor or a narrow side return of a house. So it's this is
That's
really
such a nice material as well.
It's really nice,
it's
isn't it?
Like really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it actually locks, so it's actually secure. So if when you were out and you wanted to lock the kids' helmets and stuff inside, it's really nice to do. So this is from Riese Müller. This is the Riese Müller Carry. So let's jump over to Riese Müller Paxter. Now, Riese Müller Paxter is what I ride, which is absolutely awesome.
That's this thing?
That's these guys.
Oh, that's this one, right?
Yeah, so these two are the same kind of bike, and this is the new buggy version, which has a fixed roof. So this roof is always on. The reason why this one's so cool is because it's got rear suspension. So Wolf, if you jump out of the way, you can see here it's got rear suspension as well as front suspension. It's got a really nice, safe, sturdy box. And you can have it with 3 seats as well. So you can see over here that if I just undo.
So they're both the same bike?
Yeah, they're the same bike, they're just with different specs. So you can see here, so you can actually have this as a 3-seater. So this is definitely an all-time favorite for me. This is the Riese Müller Load 4 75. This has been out for 10 years now, and this is the latest version. 3-seater, full suspension with all of the top spec on it. These start at about 7,500, 8,000 and go up to about £11,000, and they are just incredible. And we've done more intense reviews on them if you want to learn a little bit more. And then Urban Arrow. Urban Arrow is a cult cargo bike. We've done a video of me taking my kids to around Amsterdam. And yeah, this is the latest model, the Urban Arrow Family Next. This is a good 3-seater or 4-seater cargo bike. So since the first proper electric cargo bikes came out with the Bosch technology, which is about 2014, 2015, I've been obsessed with cargo bikes. I like the front-loading bikes, but quickly the longtails have come out, and they have definitely been the most popular across the whole of Europe, not just here in London. Yeah, it's really interesting to see which different types of families like these different types of bikes.
Why do you think the back-loading one is more popular than the front?
Mainly storage.
Okay.
But also...
Or post-ride storage, you mean, as in putting the bike somewhere?
Exactly,
okay,
exactly. Yeah. And then also, like, a lot of people, you know, they haven't been cycling for a very long time and they're getting back into cycling. And this is quite a big step for them in their confidence journey.
Yeah.
And actually getting on this is more familiar to that bike
it's
experience
much more just
had.
cycle bike compared to that.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
when you see the front wheel so far away, you might feel a little bit like unsure, right?
Totally, but that always, every time that I've got someone kind of past that half-an-hour barrier,
Yeah.
they've actually built up the confidence and
Okay.
think that that is the better option.
Yeah.
So then it goes back to, actually, I've got nowhere to put that.
Yeah.
And I can store this in my flat, I can store this, you know, in my side return.
All of these you can come and test drive, right?
Totally, yeah. And that's, you know, we are now next to the Shard and we are next to our main HQ. And here you can do that. You can also do overnight test rides. You can do 1 week long test rides.
There's a lot of bikes here. What are we actually going to test drive and take out today?
So I thought, this is a great question. I thought we'd take 2 of the best front loaders and 2 of the best rear loaders.
Okay, so what are we going to take? Front loaders, which ones?
So front loaders, I reckon we should take definitely the Urban Arrow because it's like a cult bike.
Yeah.
And it's got the 3-seater option so we can show what 3 kids look like in the bike. And then either, I guess, the Load or the Paxter.
As it's sunny, should we take the Load?
Yeah,
Top
definitely.
down convertible?
Definitely.
Yeah? Okay, and rear?
So rear, I think it would be rude not to take the new GSD Gen 3.
Yeah.
And then maybe the Benno, as we've already got Riese Müllers.
Okay.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm excited.
Cool.
Let's get on the road.
Let's do it.
Feel the rhythm, feel the ride. Get on up. It's fully charged time. Hey, do you know what's so nice? Like, coming here with all the cycle lanes, I didn't realise how many good cycle lanes are in London.
Mate,
And the traffic that you're just destroying.
I know.
It's literally here. Do you know what, in London, I mean, it's great back home in Bournemouth, but here it's actually the best.
It is, exactly.
Isn't it?
And it's designed, London is designed to be bad for cars now.
Yeah.
And ultimately,
they don't want you here.
No.
Yeah.
And when you were saying earlier, you counted 150 cars
110 in Bournemouth, yeah.
I mean, I must have done like 1,000. You know, like
easy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, in one ride.
Yeah.
You know.
And you're just laughing.
Yeah. He said he doesn't get car sick. You know. Another.
That's a
great
good point. I tell you what, can you imagine trying to ride a normal bike with those kids with no battery?
Forget about it. Yeah.
You'd be like, next weekend. It'd be utterly exhausting.
If I was to ask you really simply in a few words, do you prefer being in the front of a cargo bike or in the back of a cargo bike?
This is a really good question. So basically, the front, you get to see more, but with the back, you get to see more view instead of the front.
The big thing for me is, you know, they don't really care where they're going if we're going in the cargo bike, and it's just like getting them out of the house. You know,
because you know when you get in the car, they're like, how long is it going to be?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Oh, can we take snacks? On the bike, it's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, and then I've got, like, you know, parking tickets, stress from sitting in traffic jams, you know, like difficult to park near the venue. It's just like so many.
I'm not joking. I'm genuinely
things.
dreading driving home tonight.
Yeah.
Because I just can't be bothered.
It's got a lot better recently, Theft, because of the anti-angle grinder locks.
Okay, and do they actually work?
They actually work. So they are. It takes about 7 blades to get through.
Oh,
so you have to stop, change the blade. So they just don't touch it now.
Okay.
If you've got one of those locks.
And what are they retailing at?
So about 250 to 300 quid.
Okay.
And they're awesome. So that's essential equipment, you know.
Yeah.
And then also, just for anti kind of anxiety, and it's lacquer insurance. So lacquer insurance will be depending on where you're keeping the bike.
Okay.
will be, you know, like anything from like 15, 20, maybe £30 a month.
Okay. And lacquer insurance, is that an insurance provider specifically for e-bike, or?
Yes, that's their sweet spot, is
Okay,
e-bike. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic stuff. Amongst the range that we've got at Fully Charged, there is great solutions for everything, for 3 kids, 2 kids, and even 1. So, I mean, I took Eva to Homerton Hospital in labour in a low 75, I'll tell you that. And actually YouTubed it, and we've got it on our channel.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, in labour, no? Like, properly. Like, no
suspension? No
yeah,
suspension.
Full suspension.
Oh, that's lucky. You that would have been birthing unit right there otherwise.
Let's hit the
Go.
road.
Do you know what's quite cool about this one? Having that, like, what's it called?
The stand lock.
Stand lock.
Yeah.
Because on my old GSD, she can't sit on it, because if she does this thing, she's going to lose it.
This
so
is a huge
awesome.
point. This is a huge point for this, and for the Urban Arrows and the Riese Müllers. You can leave them on the bike outside the shop or at the school gate, with knowing they're not going to roll over.
Yeah, and lock on the front wheel as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Beautiful.
Okay. Let's go.
This new interface as well, has that got like maps, is it?
That's got maps, it's got alarm, it's got tracker. It can charge your phone. You can replace it with a smart charger, and it charges your phone while you're riding.
Really?
They've come a long way since 2017 when you bought your GSD.
What would this retail at then? This one?
6,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, you know, a standard, I mean, even an electric car or a tiny little 1.2 petrol car.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to do the similar. When you think about how many journeys people do and how long they are, the average journeys are under a mile or something, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's single occupancy, like pointless car journeys that people are doing.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. Like, look at cargo bikes, you know.
Yeah.
And that's you know, that's what our mission is.
You're talking price difference. Did you say this is 8? Sorry.
No, that's 6,000.
6.
Yeah.
Okay, so a car you're looking at like 12, 15, 20, 28.
Yeah. And then you've got the
insurance,
a couple of grand insurance,
tax.
you know, 50 quid to charge it. You know, these are like 4p to charge.
Yeah. It's that conversion, isn't it? Just have a go, and then you'll be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
When people ride one for the first time, you hear this, as they go off, you hear this, It's like joy. It's like pure joy.
Exactly.
I love it.
So, Kit, you've been a passenger in cargo bikes for 8 years now, bro.
Yeah, 8, 7 years.
I mean, like, how has it been?
It's been the best.
And like every day going to school, even in the rain, just absolutely loving it.
It's actually made a much better difference.
And still, though, now at 11 years old, you're still like want to go in it all the time.
Yeah, I do have my own bike.
Yeah.
But occasionally I would go in the cargo bike, and it would just be so much fun.
So after your first front loading experience today, what do you think?
I really like it. I honestly just prefer the riding style of GSD.
Yeah.
I think that it's like an immediate response when you're turning.
Yeah.
Whereas that's a bit more QE2-ish, but I mean, as soon as you got the hang of it, it's fine.
Yeah.
I think I probably missed the boat with the kids being the ages they are now.
Yeah.
So if I were to go for anything, I was looking at the quick haul. Is that what it is? The long quick haul, or even the short quick haul.
Yeah, as a second
little cargo, I think would be pretty banging, because we got a beach hut and we take. I'm talking like trailers with surfboards, windsurfing gear. Yeah. So to be able to have that pulling power to get all that gear down the beach as well. Yeah. I think it'd be pretty cool to have 2 of those. Yeah. And you can, like the quick haul, that small one, you can fit in the garage quite easily. Yeah. And they still stand on their end as well. Yeah. Yeah. That's a seriously good point. Yeah, I've had a lovely day today. Do you know, it's actually, I do very little city bike riding. My bike is normally just to ferry kids around to school and get down to the beach, but to actually do proper inner city riding is so lush. I was expecting it to be a bit more smoggy, and it's still actually way more refreshing than just stopping and starting in the car the entire time. Forget how good the cycle lanes are, and it's just, it's pretty dreamy. It's actually a very freeing freeing experience.
You know, I guess the barriers for people are like security, but you know, we've answered that with, you know, good trackers, good locks, and insurance. Safety. I mean, you know, like these are very safe machines. You know. People give you a lot of courtesy on the road. And then price, and we haven't really spoken about price yet. But you know, since you bought your bike, a good longtail is like still around the same price. But if you want to get the high spec ones, they're like between 5,000 and 6,000.
But I mean, still compared to a car, it's a joke.
I know.
You know, you put that down as a deposit before you even start paying your monthlies.
Okay.
That was rad. Thanks, Ben.
Pleasure. Thank you for coming up and you know, sharing your knowledge, and both of you guys as well. Thank you so much. You know, it's been really fun riding around. And which ones do you like? I mean, you've had a GSC for 7 years. You've ridden all the bikes today?
There's so many different bits. Like I like the big wheels of the Benno. I love the idea for the kids to being able to see out the front of the front loader. But I still just love the GSD. But we've had a great time.
Okay, good.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been really, really enjoyable. Have you had a good time? Yeah, it's been awesome. Thank you for showing us as well, because I'm going to be going back and beating the e-bike drum to the mates when I get back to Bournemouth.
Brilliant, brilliant. So I don't really feel like the front loaders got enough love today. And now Jimmy's gone, I've brought in my partner, Eva, and we have 2 kids together. And yeah, I mean, you've obviously ridden a lot of these cargo bikes, yeah?
Yeah, most of them. All of them, yeah.
And we started off with the Load 60, and then we've gone for the Paxter. And yeah, I mean, as a mum, do you find the front-loading bikes confident building?
I mean, I could honestly not live without my cargo bike, like for real.
I know.
I found like anything you try to do with a car in London is just super stressful, and I always tend to get parking tickets and fines every time I drive. So to just like whip to the shop and park the bike, lock it real quick, like get your vegetables, get the kids, and also know that you're gonna be on time. It's just so valuable. I also like use the cargo bike for my work. I do sound healing, so I have a gong and my crystal balls, and you can just use it as a car. When we go out for like a fun family day, then I have a sound system there, then I have like one backpack full of snacks, blankets, balance bikes. Like I can put their bikes here if they get tired, if they want to cycle along with me, and then I can just like put them, because this one is really good. So we can just go out really comfortably for the whole day. And I feel like with that other
the long tail,
it would be harder because you don't have the same amount of space.
We've got you covered. We love cargo bikes. We've got the whole range of the best bikes, and we love sharing that knowledge with you, and we love, you know, matchmaking you to the right bike. We've had a great day out riding the bikes, and just wanted to familiarize yourselves with like who we are and what we do. And here with Michael, who's one of our top cargo bike experts. And yeah, I mean, like the typical situation is someone will book an appointment, they'll watch our videos, they come in, they leave the kids over here, and you're coming down here, and then you'll see a lot of the different types of bikes that we do. Obviously all electric from the world's top 8 brands. And you'll see there's even one that we haven't featured in today's video, which is the Moustache Lundi up here. There is a new one coming out. We're not supposed to talk about it yet, but watch this space. That's very exciting. Will be out in a couple of months. And then my own personal bike here, the Riese Müller Paxter, which I love and I highly rate. With control technology, you can see it's very well used. We take it off-road and all sorts.
Even the occasional mountain bike.
The EMTBs. And
so we've got all terrains covered, all bases covered, lots of options for just kind of trekking and leisure bikes too.
Yeah, and then lightweight urban is a great category that's really growing. We're the exclusive retailer of the Van Moof brand inside the M25. We have got the Zignio, but back to cargo bikes, and you'll see here Riese Müller multi-tinker, absolutely awesome. Benno, they have a couple of different cargo bikes, and we've mainly talked about the Boost today, but they do have the Remy Demi as well, which they also have in a two-seater option. Super stylish with nice thick tyres. Then onto Tern, which basically dominates the cargo bike industry at the moment, especially here in London. And the Quick Haul Long, which is fantastic, which is the entry level. The GSD, this is the new one, obviously, which we spoke about briefly earlier, and the HSD. And then round here, our front loading section. So you can see a really nice full range of all the different ones you can come in, try out, really talk about, and bring your kids and actually put them in it and do the test ride with them, which is great. And they nip around on these little balance bikes and have a great time.
I would say, how long would you say a typical family spends here? Probably, an hour and a half or so?
A good hour and a half, and sometimes
Yeah.
2 visits.
Yeah.
So we often see that the parents coming in by themselves first of all, and then coming back with the kids to make that final decision, and that's great. And normally the biggest question is front or back.
Yeah.
And then once you've done, once we've got that out of the way, then it's a really fun kind of selective matchmaking process, which we are very seasoned with and really know how to do that.
Yeah.
So it's really fun. A couple of things in closing as well is service centre. Our service centre is massive. We have loan bikes, cargo loan bikes. We have every single accessory in stock for Tern and every single accessory in stock for Riese Müller, which is really important. We have a great location here, 2 minutes walk from London Bridge, and we have our stores outside of London, currently Guildford, Silverstone, New Forest and Cornwall. And that's growing, so watch this space. We're looking at a couple more in the next 6 months.
So don't be overwhelmed by the information you see out there about cargo bikes and accessories. We'll come here and we'll demystify it for you, get you to try some bikes out that are going to work for you. We'll take it from there. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
And we need education.
Fully charged, fully riding, fully mileage, fully late time, t-shirt, late night, hoodie.